Hey guys, it's Snailblighter, and I've got another close quarters gameplay here for you guys. This is the last one that I have recorded that I want to show you guys for the time being, at least. I may do some more with this expansion, you know, in the future, but for now, this is the last recording, or the last round that I've recorded that I want to show you guys. And it's another round on Donya Fortress, another round of Conquest Domination. And the reason I wanted, or one of the reasons I wanted to show you guys this gameplay was because I had been experimenting around with a few different setups on some of these maps. You know, I'd been doing a lot with the the AEK on these maps, or the the P90 or the MP7, and so I wanted to try something a little different. And so I decided to try using the support class, and I've got the PKP equipped with foregrip and the laser sight. And I wanted to try this out and just basically go around and hipfire everybody. And you know, this I have to say, this is a suppression machine, this setup. And I mean, when even when I'm standing still, the crosshairs for the hipfire on this weapon is, I mean, with the laser sight, it's pretty small. So you know, and with the damage that the PKP does, I can do some pretty good damage and kill people at a pretty good distance, you know, without spraying too much. I mean, obviously, when you're using an LMG, there's a certain amount of spraying that's going to be going on anyways. But you know, I was actually pretty surprised at how effective this setup was. And you know, I think the PKP is probably my favorite LMG, and I think, you know, maybe besides the L86 or the what is it, like the M27 LAR, something like that. You know, I mean, those are kind of more assault rifles than LMGs, really. I mean, they're much more versatile than the PKP is, but you know, I think the PKP is probably my favorite LMG. So I'm kind of curious to try this out actually with a few of the other LMGs, like maybe the M60. As that guy walked right in front of my bullets, that was nice of him. But yeah, so I thought the M60 might be kind of fun to use with this setup as well. You know, just like foregrip and laser sight, run around and hipfire everybody. But I was actually surprised at how effective this setup was, and I have a pretty good round here. And I don't even think anybody in my squad is running squad suppression, but I bet if you had somebody running that, then you know, you could really just make it really difficult for the enemies to hit you when you're just spraying around corners, you know, hip firing. Because I mean, right there, look at that, just mowed those guys down. So this was definitely a pretty good round, and you know, it was actually funny because I was watching this round over again. And the other reason that I wanted to show you guys this round is because I actually get banned from this server at the beginning of the next round. And you know, obviously I think I only actually spent a round and a half on this server, so this was the only full round I actually played. I joined, I think, the server the round before, you know, about halfway through, and I think I had a pretty decent score. And then I think in this round I ended up going 53 and 13, so it's like a 4 KD, which is pretty good, especially for these maps, because I think it's very easy to die a lot on these maps. And I mean, 13 deaths is a lot. It's a little more than I would like, but you know, I was definitely pretty happy with this round. But I was watching this gameplay again, and you know, the only reason this round was so good was because I had a really good kill streak at the beginning. I think I have like a 14 kill streak at the very beginning of the round, and then I have a nice kill streak at the end. I think like a 12 or 13 kill streak at the end. But you know, besides that, I was really only holding at 2 KD for most of this round, and you know, I mean, I consider that a pretty average sort of game. So you know, the reason I wanted to bring that up was because, as I mentioned before, I got banned from this server, and I guess recently I've just been kind of frustrated with just the servers in Battlefield 3 and somewhat the way they're run. I mean, obviously I don't want to attack the clan that owns this server. It's just kind of a general feeling that I've had, and you know, I don't know if other people get that too, but just I feel like the way servers are run isn't great, and you know, whether or not it's just some of the like the customization settings on these servers. I mean, I've talked about before how I've been really frustrated by the lack of servers that just play classic Conquest, you know, 32 players, you know, decent map rotation. I mean, you know, there's almost no servers out there that I think have a map rotation where they play, you know, even like 4 or 5 of the different maps. It's all like, you know, 2 or 3 at the most, you know, if you're lucky, map rotations. and it's like all the high ticket stuff with fast vehicle respawn, or even just fast respawn in general, stuff like that I just get really frustrated by. And I also do get kind of frustrated by the way some of these servers are run. And I think I posted a while ago a gameplay where I was trying to do a live commentary, and I ended up getting a warning about halfway through the round. I was doing pretty well, and I ended up getting a warning, just an automated warning from the server that my KD was too high. And I mean, I don't want to just handicap myself and like make it so I actually die on purpose, so that my KD goes down. But so I ended up getting banned from that server just automatically because my KD was too high. And I actually ran into another server more recently, a team deathmatch server, where it was a similar situation. They had this automated like KD ceiling basically. So I was playing, and about halfway through the round, I think I had maybe 6 kill death ratio or something like that. And about halfway through the round, I got another warning, saying that my KD was too high. And so, I mean, obviously I don't want to get banned from a server, so I ended up just, playing kind of stupidly for the rest of the round, and, just making myself do worse on purpose so that I wouldn't get banned. And the reason I kind of wanted to talk about this was I find it kind of frustrating that some of these servers sort of restrict how well you can do. I mean, I think this round was decent, but I don't think it was absolutely amazing, and yet this clan found it was worthy of calling me a hacker. I actually ended up posting something on their forums to see if they would unban me, and the response that I got essentially said, one, my stats looked suspicious, which I have trouble understanding how that's possible. I mean, I think my KD is something like 2.6 or 2.7, in that range, which, yeah, I think is decent, but I don't think it's anywhere near, the range where somebody could suspect me of hacking. I think there are plenty of players out there who hold similar KDs to mine. And, I mean, I don't even know what else you could go by that would make my stats look suspicious. I mean, like score per minute, I mean, that completely depends on what game mode you play, really, or, I mean, skill is also, like, I don't even really know what skill actually measures. I think it's just kind of a weird statistic. Anyway, and I mean, accuracy, I think my accuracy is around like 20, maybe it's 23%, something like that. In that range, which is, I mean, I don't think it's that high. It's like definitely not something that I would consider suspicious. And, so, and then the other thing the guy said was essentially that, people didn't want me on their server, which, I should point out that I don't know how often I checked the scoreboard in this gameplay, maybe a couple times, but there were, I think, 5 or 6 other clan members on the other team, and, well, I mean, we won this round pretty handily, I guess. I mean, it wasn't like it was a blowout, and I can't actually tell. We're only up by 50 tickets right now, so it's not like we absolutely destroyed them this round. I thought it was it's a fairly even round, so, I mean, I guess they were unhappy that my team won, and I'm not really sure. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I find it really frustrating when I feel like some of these servers, and again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to attack this clan. Was I frustrated that they banned me? Yes, and would I like them to unban me? Certainly, but I can understand the desire to try to keep your server balanced and keep the teams fair, and you don't want one team to get unbalanced, certainly, but it just seems kind of frustrating when and I mean, I've been banned from enough servers where it's just like it gets kind of frustrating when it sometimes feels like I'm kind of being prevented from playing as well as I can, and I don't want to, obviously I don't have too much time to go into this right now, but I feel like more and more in just video games in general nowadays, they're sort of leaning towards these skill equalizers that try to lessen the skill, or the margin of the skill margin between players, so that the best players aren't as much better as the worst players. So it just kind of tries to even out the playing field, and I feel like to a certain extent that's kind of being reflected in the way servers are being run now. So, Anyway, it's kind of unrelated a little bit to the gameplay, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. I've just been kind of frustrated lately with servers. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the gameplay. And I don't know, if you have any thoughts about what I've talked about, then definitely let me know. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.